Hi, Cuz. It's been ages. Thank you for calling in. And yeah, I've been a bit busy with life and working through some things at the moment. I'm just at my son's place, babysitting the babies. Have been put down to bed. I just have to watch over them in the house while Mummy and Daddy have gone out for dinner, so that's like really lovely. I hope you're well, and I'm just going to bless the cards. So yeah, here we go. Ooh, just gonna get my hair out of my hoodie because it annoys me. Beautiful spirits. Real. Message. Import. Beautiful Atarangi. So grateful for music tonight. Open up this time for you. Please do so. Can I resist over us with the cards and accentuate the beauty of this time. It's awesome. I just go into it and feel that feeling I get when I know this is it. Cards are feeling beautiful, moving lovely. Loving it. Here we go. My darling. So I'm going to do like a reading that I've been up to at the moment. It's like a manifestation reading. So in that we have one card at the top and two cards below that. We have the second card. Now this is the middle column of the Tree of Life, the Kabbalah Tree of Life. So I've got one at the top, one at the bottom, one on the right side. That might be your side. This is my right. It's the Po of mercy and love. And then we've got one card on the left, and that's the Po of strength and severity. And then we have one card directly in the center, and that's the card of hearts. So we're coming up to the full moon and the new moon. Sorry, my cuz. The new moon on Wednesday, and it's a time of getting empty of any and all things that no longer serve. Releasing things and just letting go of what doesn't sit well in you anymore. And so in order to bring anything into our world that we can enjoy, we need to manifest those things and pull them down from the top in the space of the infinite field of potentiality that always exists for us is in the realm of Couture, and that's where the front card is, number one. And you've got the moon, darling. So the mindset that this card presents us is one of concealment, of things hidden, of things put away, and or just a veil popped over them at this time. The mindset of being the wild self, the mindset of being the calm self, the mindset of having things come up out of the deep to reveal themselves. And I guess, with this mindset, this particular moon card is an eclipse. This is the moon and the sun together, and that's how the moon has got like the sun rays around it. It's because it's an eclipse moon. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which reduced down to 6, which is Tiferet. These are the moonbeams of the tiny little, I keep forgetting what they're called, that are dropping before the sun comes to 15, which reduces down to 6, which is the middle of the tree of life, which is Tiferet, which means heart. And there's a need for your subconscious self to come forward and to make its journey more apparent, and rather than subbed out. It's wanting to come forward more and take place in I think my was waking up. Take its place in your waking life in this realm, and follow the journey of your life as it undulates up and over different terrain through the center of these two pillars, which are recurring in the Rider-Waite Smith deck as the polarities between, love and mercy, with strength and severity. And up through the middle of this card, we have the subconscious, the crab coming up and through out of the depths of the waters of the subconscious mind, wanting to travel and be a part of the journey going forward, all the way into the extreme future, up and over through the lighted manners, through the areas of light that are being shown by the sun, and also through the terrain of the darkness, which would be the other side, of the dark side of the moon. Notice that they're coming up through the middle of these two pillars, meaning that this journey is very forthright. It's a journey of integrity and value. We have two dogs on either side of the journey. We have the dog of the wild south, the bare bones, the wild south of our, each and every one of us hold a wild persona, and over here we have the more happy, just not howling at the moon, but just happy self, acknowledging it. So I would say that in terms of manifestation and bringing things forward, it's for you, it's about acknowledging not only that those things that happen and that are able to be seen and to deal in that manner, but also to recognize the dark side, not of just of the outward, but of the inward self, and acknowledging that, understand that we all travel that journey of getting to know the two sides of ourselves, both consciously and unconsciously, and that this mindset of very much of being the character that is able to be like an eclipse, capable of uniting those two massive parts of self, is a part of your journey going forward, my cousin. Man, that was very sorry. Now, the second card that I'm going to read is the one at the very bottom, that is in the realm of Malkut, which is this three-dimensional realm that we live in now. And it pertains to the action that is necessary for you to attain that, the ability to do what we've just talked about with the moon. And the action that is necessary, we've pulled the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is very, abundant and luxurious and dripping with power, the power of earthly abundance. His coat gown is just bedazzled with grapes. There's a reason for that. And also he sits on the darkest of dark thrones. He's the dude with the black throne, very reminiscent of Saturn, and Saturn's, ability to magical ability to assist any and all manifestation, in its highest. We've got the bull that's speaking to me of Taurus, and not just of Taurus, but the bull was such an ancient symbol, being baptized in the bath that's of the oxen, all around, the power of them, the majesty of them, the strength of them. Yes, Taurus. And then we have, they're munching on golden grain. We've got the green leaves and the tendrils of all of the grapes. He's got his sphere, and then he's got his pentacle, which he holds like a tambourine. He's just about to pick it up and let it do its magic and just pour lots of abundance over things. His mentality, and the mentality of this king, is that he's out to get people totally drunk, and he's just going to get them wasted, right? And then at that point of inebriated self, things tend to just come out of your mouth, like whatever you wish, people tend to loosen up. Their tongue loosens up. They tend to let out all of their secrets. They cry out their secrets. They divulge their greatest traumas. They just want to be rid of what it is that's been jamming up their frequencies, that they are not able to bring forth to themselves things, because they've got all of this paru, and so one of the strategies of the King of Pentacles is to make people drunk like that, and then that's why he's got all those grapes all over him. And then as they have ridded themselves of all of these things, he takes advantage of that and turns around and says, right, this is what I need you to do. This is what I can do for you in this situation. And then I need you to do that for me. And then that's one of his things that he can do, among other things. But that's the thing that kind of popped up for me now. I'm loving the yellow, because it's recurring from the moon, from the eclipse. And it's gone from an eclipse in a blue sky to a bright, beautiful day, a day like filled with promise. So this is telling me the action that I believe you need to take that will help you to unveil yourself to yourself in every way, subconsciously and consciously, physically, metaphorically, emotionally and spiritually, is to allow yourself to be very I don't want to say drunk or inebriated. I want to say very comfortable, the most laxed out, comfortable self. And to promise yourself that, even or because of anything that needs to happen to come out, taking the higher road in the situation. Promise yourself to take the higher road in the situation. Look for the higher road in the situation. Look for the lighted path, and take that road, because that's the road that's going to lead you beautifully into unveiling and finding things, and adhering yourself to that statement of taking the higher road. It's just come in my head like that. Take the higher road in all situations. That will help you to feel very free, capable, comfortable, solid, and happy to accept all parts of yourself and everything, and to walk that higher road with it. That's the action to take. Okay, so the third card is on the right side of the pillar, the card promising blessings, the blessings to come after taking these actions will be a whole lot of balance. Okay, let me see here. The twos are about duality, they're about balance. Okay. I like it. I really like it. I see a lot in here. So I see, you know, taking the higher road will lead to an undulating career, if you will, or, and you know, time spent in one's life where things graduate in terms of their ebbs and the heights in the flow. So if you look at the background in the water, this is one of the cards where the, you know, tangaroa is quite, you know, undulating, wavy, and I see it particularly in this time quite a process of coming in and having a small, you know, a small challenge, and then achieving it, and then dipping pretty much to the same level as you left, and then coming up to the next challenge. But you've been down that road now, so you can see that, oh yeah, I've been here, it's comfortable, it's no problem, and then achieving it, and then ebbing again at the same level. But the next one, you know, this is the third go at something, is quite challenging, and you're carrying quite a bit with you, and I feel that, you know, that bit is a direct kōrero from the things that you are now able to take with you, and just be so yourself with, that you've invited or attracted a whole lot, and so you've got to take that with you now, and it's just building and getting you're building your way up a manner of reputation, life skills, you know, career progress, all of that stuff. And inside that, if we can say that is, you know, something that you've worked on in the background, one sense of yourself that's most probably the good guy, you know, the guy that's been conscious of everything that whole time, then the most present self, you know, in terms of time, where there really is no time, is a feeling of, oh, okay, I've got to juggle this with that, and I'm still busy here. I'm juggling and jogging and having one foot up in the air while I'm maintaining these parts of who I am, these polarities as they move waveringly up and down at different times. I'm good at that. I'm not at here, and now it's changed, and yeah. The fact that he's all in red shows a great lot of creativity to me. This is the outcome of having to live a life of creativeness. I can't get away from the infinity sign, though, that this is something that will eventually turn into your normal. You know, this is just who you are, and your hat very much tells me that you point towards the right side on this card facing you. You give a nod to those who came before you and those who are feeding you in terms of your creative abilities and skills. But you're very much, even though you've got a couple of, you know, one foot in the air, you're very grounded. You're, you know, green shoes, you're a very grounded human being. So I would say that your blessings are your abilities to to just maintain and hold on to things, even though they may seem completely two other sides of the coin, or constantly moving and needing to be held onto and monitored and managed. Also that you've got things coming forward from the past and you're taking things in like this kind of a manner, and that as well, everything's moving. So yeah, your blessings are having to be and having the capacity and ability to balance in these things in your life, my cuz. We're going to move to the left side now. This is the side of challenge, where you'll learn what you need to be strong for, what you need to be strong for, and the amount of severity that is applied to that in terms of what you'll need to do in order to be light. And that is the 10 of Swords. Now this is a fucking awesome card. This is an awesome card to get. This card tells me straight up that in order for you to let light in, you're going to have to really dig deep. Like, this is saying, this is true to form now. Like, you're going to have to dig really deep in at each point, in each realization that you make, in terms of maintaining the light and extending the light, even in those darkest times, is to let go of anything, all things that don't serve you, including maybe onerous, the word just come in my head, onerous kind of connection to, and boundaries of your ability to extend yourself out and pull back in. Yeah, at every point. This is Jacob's ladder. That's Jacob's ladder. We'll go this way. This is Jacob's ladder. And in order to climb all the way out of, things that may have been, well, definitely that have affected you, and that they're still stuck inside your body, and you're freeing them right now. And every sword is going in and finding that sweet spot that has been preventing you from just exploding with your true potentiality, and reaching the manifestation spot. 10 swords, 10 things to release this Wednesday on the new moon. And the last one, as you can see, is there in the upoko, is actually right at the back of the stem of the brain. That's what it's doing there, letting you just like lose all of that weight, the nerves, the nervous system, everything, your thoughts, especially because these are the swords, dragging yourself down, thinking too much of yourself maybe, allowing people's thoughts or people's actions or political actions or things at work or within the family or the house that you're living in, or all of these number of things have to be taken into consideration for the things that are needing to be struck, so that the light can escape from that part of your being, so that you can glow. The black is not a scary thing. Again, the black is Saturn, and Saturn is here to say that love isn't always, unicorns and cute things. Love at times is made hard. You don't receive the blessings of hard love until you let go of what it is that you think that you must possess, but no one can possess anything. Is the actual light. Anyway, sorry, I can't get a bit carried away. We're going to go to the heart, which is the middle card. it tells us that, you know, the journey, the heart of the matter, the journey's essence, and you picked up the Spirit wants you to see and know and feel, taste, smell the Two of Swords. And so we look here and we see a woman who is, you know, blindfolded. Her arms cross her chest, right over left and left over right. Right is beneath the left. So the right goes into, well, actually, if I look at this way, yep, the right is crossing over onto the left side, the left is crossing over to the right side. Love, strength, and challenge holds love and cherishedness to her chest. She's blindfolded. The sword's edges go off the outside of the border into Bina. And she said, Bina. And she said, no, sorry, understanding and love. Can hear the rippling of the water. Can feel the freshness of the coolness of the breeze. We have just a slither of moon left. The moon is in its waxing. It's waxing away. It's waning away into a new moon, which is coming on Wednesday. Yeah. So it's asking you to turn your heart into like an antenna, to turn off those things that we are all used, those sensory parts of us that we all use often to determine and discern where we're at. And for us here on this day and this card, it's a complete state of tranquility. You need it complete. You will arrive at an incredible state of tranquility after having done all the work that's been presented to you tonight to do. And with that, you will call on and bring forward, you know, the understanding, the strength, and the love, tranquility to yourself. In that space, the work that you've done will feed you in maybe a month, cuz. I love you. Thank you so much for that. Get back at me if things are, if there's questions, and I'll take a photo of this and send it to you. I love you.